Summary of Chapter 4 of Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, The Flood. In Chapter 4, Yuval Noah Harari explains how Homo sapiens spread across the world and dramatically changed Earth's ecosystems. The chapter focuses on the destruction caused by human migration and argues that humans were responsible for one of the greatest ecological disasters in history. Harari explores human migration across continents, the extinction of large animals, the environmental impact of Homo sapiens, why humans became so destructive, the relationship between intelligence and ecological damage. The chapter presents a disturbing idea. Long before factories, pollution, or modern industry, humans were already transforming and damaging the natural world. 1. Humans conquer the planet. After the cognitive revolution, Homo sapiens spread rapidly across Earth. Humans moved from Africa into Asia, into Europe, across Australia, later into the Americas, eventually to remote islands. This expansion happened over thousands of years, but in evolutionary terms it was extremely fast. Harari explains that humans succeeded because of intelligence, cooperation, language, adaptability. Unlike most animals, humans could survive in almost any environment. 2. The journey to Australia. One of humanity's greatest achievements was reaching Australia around 45,000 years ago. To reach Australia, humans needed boats or rafts, planning, cooperation, navigation skills. This was revolutionary because humans crossed open seas for the first time. Harari says this migration proves how advanced Homo sapiens had become after the cognitive revolution. 3. Australia. Before humans arrived, Australia contained many giant animals called megafauna. Examples included giant kangaroos, huge wombats, massive reptiles, giant flightless birds, large marsupial predators. These animals had evolved without human hunters and were not prepared for such intelligent predators. 4. The extinction of Australian megafauna. Soon after humans arrived in Australia, most large animals disappeared. Harari explains that about 90% of Australia's large animals became extinct. This happened relatively quickly after human arrival. Why? Because humans hunted effectively, used fire to change landscapes, reproduced rapidly, disrupted ecosystems. Even small groups of humans could destroy animal populations over time. 5. Humans as ecological killers. Harari argues that Homo sapiens became the deadliest species in Earth's history. Humans caused destruction because animals had never faced such hunters before. Human cooperation made hunting extremely efficient. Humans could adapt strategies quickly. The chapter challenges the romantic idea that ancient humans lived peacefully with nature. 6. The blitzkrieg theory. Harari discusses the blitzkrieg, or overkill theory. This theory says humans hunted large animals to extinction very rapidly. Large animals reproduce slowly. They have fewer babies, they mature slowly. Even moderate hunting can destroy populations permanently. For example, if hunters kill a few mammoths yearly, eventually no mammoths remain. 7. Humans changed entire ecosystems. Humans did not only kill animals directly, they also burned forests, cleared land, altered vegetation, changed food chains. When large animals disappeared, ecosystems became unstable. Plant life changed. Other species suffered. Human arrival often caused massive environmental transformation. 8. The spread into the Americas. Around 16,000 years ago, humans entered the Americas. Again, many large animals disappeared shortly afterward. Extinct American megafauna included mammoths, giant sloths, saber-toothed cats, giant camels, huge bison. Harari notes that the timing strongly suggests human involvement. 9. Why didn't African animals go extinct? Africa retained more large animals than other continents. Why? Because African animals evolved alongside humans for millions of years. They learned to fear humans, avoid hunters, adapt to human presence. Animals in Australia and the Americas had never encountered Homo sapiens before, making them vulnerable. 10. Humans and fire. Fire became one of humanity's most powerful environmental tools. Humans used fire to drive animals during hunts, clear forests, create grasslands, control landscapes. This allowed humans to reshape nature intentionally. Harari suggests humans became the first species capable of redesigning ecosystems on a large scale. 11. Ecological disasters before civilization. One major message of the chapter is environmental destruction did not begin with modern industry. Long before cars, factories, fossil fuels, humans were already causing mass extinctions. Harari calls the destruction of megafauna one of history's earliest ecological catastrophes. 12. Humans and responsibility. The chapter raises moral questions. Are humans naturally destructive? Is intelligence dangerous? Should humans feel responsible for extinct species? Harari does not give simple answers, but he shows that human success often came at great environmental cost. 13. Why large animals were vulnerable. Large animals were especially easy to eliminate because they needed more food, reproduced slowly, required large territories. Once their numbers dropped, recovery became difficult. Small animals reproduce faster and adapt more easily. 14. Human power came from cooperation. Harari emphasizes again that humans did not dominate because of physical strength. Humans succeeded because they shared knowledge, planned together, used language, adapted creatively. A group of coordinated humans could defeat animals far larger and stronger than themselves. 15. The Three Great Revolutions. Harari briefly introduces the three major revolutions shaping human history. 1. The cognitive revolution. About 70,000 years ago, humans developed imagination and advanced language. 2. The agricultural revolution. About 12,000 years ago, humans began farming and permanent settlements. 3. The scientific revolution. About 500 years ago, humans gained unprecedented scientific and technological power. Chapter 4 mainly shows how the cognitive revolution allowed humans to dominate ecosystems globally. 16. Humans became a force of nature before Homo sapiens. Natural disasters shaped ecosystems. Volcanoes, climate changes, asteroids. Now, humans themselves became a geological and ecological force. Human actions changed animal populations, forests, rivers, entire continents. This transformation began much earlier than most people realize. 17. Intelligence and destruction. One of the chapter's darker ideas is that intelligence does not guarantee wisdom. Humans are extremely intelligent, yet often destroy environments, exploit resources, cause extinctions. Harari suggests that human power grew faster than human responsibility. 18. Lessons about modern environmental problems. Although the chapter focuses on prehistory, it also connects to modern environmental crises. Climate change, deforestation, species extinction, pollution. Harari implies that environmental destruction is not a new problem. It is deeply connected to human history. Main themes of Chapter 41. Human expansion changed the planet as humans spread. Ecosystems transformed dramatically. 2. Humans caused mass extinctions. Many large animals disappeared soon after human arrival. 3. Intelligence creates power. Human cooperation and creativity made humans dominant predators. 4. Environmental destruction as ancient humans were reshaping nature long before modern industry. 5. Human success has cost the rise of Homo sapiens, often harmed other species. Important concepts explained simply. What is megafauna? Large ancient animals such as mammoths, giant sloths, and giant kangaroos. What is the blitzkrieg theory? The idea that humans hunted many large animals to extinction quickly after arriving in new regions. Why were humans so dangerous? Because humans cooperated, planned strategically, and adapted rapidly. Why is Africa different? African animals evolved alongside humans and learned to survive around them. Lessons from the Chapter 1. Humans have enormous environmental impact. Even small human populations can transform ecosystems. 2. Intelligence can be destructive. Advanced thinking gave humans great power over nature. 3. Progress often involves hidden costs. Human expansion benefited sapiens, but harmed many species. 4. Environmental responsibility matters. The chapter encourages readers to think carefully about humanity's relationship with nature. Conclusion. Chapter 4 of Sapiens. A Brief History of Humankind presents humans as one of the most powerful and destructive forces in Earth's history. Yuval Noah Harari explains how Homo sapiens spread across continents, hunted large animals, altered ecosystems, and triggered mass extinctions long before modern civilization existed. The chapter reveals an uncomfortable truth. Human domination of the planet began not with factories or machines, but with ancient hunters carrying fire, imagination, and cooperation into new lands. By the end of the chapter, readers are left with a profound question. If humans have been reshaping and damaging the world for tens of thousands of years, can humanity learn to use its power more wisely in the future?